Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon that I'm very excited about by Scott. Thank you, Scott, for choosing all these amazing artists, for making this video happen, for sponsoring the video. I'm very, very happy. This selection is just like, it's just screams like talent and all very successful artists. So I'm gonna go here real quick and read you guys the info, and then we're gonna jump straight into the video. All right, so we're gonna do Little Feat, and as I've said before, we've seen them live. Amazing concert, and I'm just a big fan of Little Feat. Just getting to know them, you know, more and more with these marathons, requests, and just also us doing, you know, reactions to them. So Little Feat, this is going to be Day at the Dog Races. This is from their album Time Loves a Hero 77. Here we go. Then Robert Palmer. All right, Robert Palmer woke up laughing from the album Clues. This is 1980. All right. Okay, and then we got the amazing Sting. That's one of our, I think our second video was Sting. This is going to be 7 Days, 10 Summoners Tales. This is from 1993. All right. I just love Sting. Like, my mom would always put on Sting in the car. There were like 3 artists she would play in the car. Sting, Sade, and Paul Simon. So yeah, I got pretty much raised. That was like the music in the car for me. Then the mighty Jeff Beck. I already did a marathon on him, a video marathon. Go check that out. It should be released by when this video drops. So it's all live, and it's the induction to the Hall of Fame by Jimmy Page. Really, really cool. And this is from Blow by Blow, I guess one of his major, I don't know if this was the first Jeff Beck album. Let's see. Blow by Blow. The fifth album, Blow by Blow. But this is when he got really, like, I guess, a lot of recognition. This is from 75, and we're gonna do Scatterbrain. All right, and then to end it off with, like, just beautifully, Lyle Mays, Street Dreams. This is the album from 1988. Wow, this is when he was with Pat Metheny, of course, already. We're gonna react to Newborn. All right, so guys, get yourself some coffee, maybe a drink or whatever you like, and I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. I'm all ready and set to go. I got myself some espresso. Here we go. Oh man, the worst thing happened the other day. I took a sip and it went down the wrong tube, and it was just hell to pay. If you want to see it, because I left it in, it was a blooper. It was mid-song. It was in the reaction to the Stone Roses for Dave. So yeah, that happened. It was very funny. Okay, so let's go with Day of the Dog Races by Little Feat. Here we go. Let me just check one thing, because I did play some guitar. Sometimes the guitar is hooked up instead of the mic. I mean, instead of the music that feeds in. Okay, here we go. Little Feat. Okay. Oh my god. So this is, I think, the most fusion that I've ever heard, Little Feet play. I mean, when we went to see them, it was more like all blues, southern rock, a lot of slide. This is a totally different Little Feet here. This really reminds me of bands like Return to Forever, stuff like that, Chick Corea, Aldi Meola. It's very fusion. It's very there's a lot of information, but also this whole marathon is based on. So Scott wanted to basically make a marathon with odd time signatures, and I've already kind of like noticed their time signatures are just off the charts. But he wanted to start with Chicago, with the one that we did. Does anybody know what time it is? But we did that with Graybeard. So, but it says here. I hope it's okay if I can read this. It says, oops, the great Eric beat me to it. It was going to also feature the Grateful Dead's estimated profit in 7/8 time signature. So here's the new marathon. Let's call it Time to Court the Time. I'm sorry, Time to Count the Time. And believe me, I'm trying to count, but it's kind of like hard. Day at the Dog Races by Little Feet. One of the on the Time Loves a Hero. Well, he just he talks about the different songs, and then I had to scramble around a bit. I don't actually know the time signatures for Newborn. It was all last minute, but yeah, I'll try to keep up, but I don't want to confuse people too much with the time signatures, but I'm kind of like always counting along without even knowing. But yeah, let's just enjoy the music. But this is amazing. So Robert Palmer, and then Sting, and then Jeff Beck. Let's see if we can count along. Everybody who's a drummer. I'm not a drummer, but I've always been very interested in, counting time signatures and just trying to stay in the loop of the time signatures. So let's oh my god, my phone is like going off. Let's continue. Wow, leave it to Little Feet. They can do it all. I mean, I'm kind of bummed that they didn't play like this the day we went, but it was more, this is music, not this kind of music, this fusion jazz is not enjoyed by everyone, and a lot of people would be like kind of like, whoa, what's going on up there, you know? But yeah, for us, you know, fusion freaks, it's like heaven. But yeah, it reminded me even of the drumming. I don't know if you know the Negro Hernandez, who just puts on these crazy time signatures while the band is in a totally different time signature, just like this right now. Beautifully, man. Beautifully played. Really cool. But yeah, it did remind me of like especially Return to Forever for some reason, or just like Weather Report, stuff like that. Very heavy jazz fusion influence. Really cool. All right, so now Robert Palmer. Here we go with Woke Up Laughing. That's how I wake up every day. All right, here we go. This reminds me a little bit of what I posted the other day. It was just like have you heard, you know, like I just wanted to get it out there. It was Gong, and they had like this. Yeah, the time signatures on that are just insane. And then I discovered that on the same album, the last two tracks have Alan Holdsworth, and I was like, oh god, I should have done the whole album. But I mean, I just did one song that bleeds into 3 other songs. But check it out, it's Gong, and it's really good. It sounds a little bit like this, like almost like the marimba that he's playing. Well, I don't know if he's playing a marimba. It could be a keyboard. I don't really know. But let's continue. it stopped very abruptly. I think it bled into the other song. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this Robert Palmer because it has like this, you know, the style of music. It has like this, like Peter Gabriel-ish, you know, I guess Sting, you know, well, the musicians are so good and the vocalist is also so great, and it just creates like this awesomeness of you know, it sounded very proggy. I pulled up Robert Palmer here, and it says here, look, combining soul, funk, jazz, rock, pop, reggae, and blues. Let's see here. Yeah, I just saw that he passed away very, very early. Only 54 years old. Unfortunately, but it's just like you can hear that this is like not your conventional, you know, radio music. You know, it's just like there's something behind there. That's very interesting, and just like, you know, and I compare him to, not because he's the same as, you know, like Peter Gabriel, but it has like this value of, it is just good music, you know. It's like, it's not just like some guy singing a rock tune. It's much more complex than that. And just upon listening this one song, it's like, yeah. And then with the same with Sting, like every time I listen to Sting, I'm like, oh my god, this guy has such great musicians and is such a great musician himself. I know him, the first and second albums, like very well, I guess. Although, I mean, those are the ones that were played to me. I don't know them by heart, but I guess I could, if I listen to them now, I would be able to analyze them way more. But it's just beautiful stuff. Here we go with 7 Days by Sting. Here we go.
7 days was all she wrote, kind of ultimatum note she gave to me. She gave to me. When I thought the field had cleared, it seems another suit appeared to challenge me. Woe is me. Though I had to make a choice, my options are decreasing mostly rapidly. Well, we'll see. I don't think she'd bluff this time. I really have to make a mind. It's plain to see. It's him or me. Monday, I could wait till Tuesday. If I make up my mind, Wednesday would be fine. Thursday's on my mind. Friday, give me time. Saturday could wait, but Sunday'd be too late.
The lyrics too.
The fact is, over 6 feet 10 might instill fear in other men, but not in me. The mighty flee. Ask if I am mouse or man. The mirror squeaked away I ran. He'll murder me in time for his tea. Does it bother me at all? My rival is Neanderthal. It makes me think perhaps I need a drink. IQ is no problem here. We won't be playing Scrabble for her hand, I feel. I need that beer. Monday, I could wait till Tuesday. If I make up my mind, Wednesday would be fine.
This man so good. Always gives me goosebumps. Sting is just like this voice. Is just so good. It's an instrument, you know. For me, a lot of like I talked about this the other day with Alexia that when I listen to music, most of the times I just use the vocals as an instrument that fills in the gaps, you know. And but then okay, it's cool to listen to the lyrics or pay attention that Monday and then Tuesday and Wednesday and how he describes everything, and Saturday, you know, it's like really, really cool. But sometimes I just like don't pay attention to the lyrics most of the times, as you guys know. And it's so great because it's just another instrument that's just soloing between the chords and the shapes and the rhythms, and beautiful snare drum, beautiful playing the hi-hats, very nice, just like you said, Scott. The time signatures are beautiful, and he kind of like sings against them as well. And they seem to change a lot as well. But yeah, beautiful song. I love it. I love Sting.
The fact remains, I love her so. 7 days, so many ways I can run away. I can run away. Monday, I could wait till Tuesday if I make up my mind. Wednesday would be fine. Thursday's on my mind. Friday, give me time. Saturday could wait. Or Sunday be too late. Sunday be too late. Sunday be too late. We'll have to tell the story of 1,000 rainy days since we were.
Beautiful, the whole beautiful bass, man. Just like it's ridiculous. The the musicians that he hires are just like mwah, like beautiful. Just and then he's such a good composer, you know, such a great lyricist, and his voice is just so good. All right, okay, now here we have now I've said this before, Jeff Beck has really grown on me. His tone is so unique. Like his style is so different from everybody else. I don't consider himself like a virtuoso, as in like and I even RG wrote me something about this, like since he kind of like ditched the pick, you know, the pick, that obviously diminished his ability to play very quickly lines. Although I mean with legato you can pretty much play as fast as lightning and you don't really need the pick, but it helps. So with the thumb, just playing with the thumb and whammy bar might, you know, diminish your abilities to play fast, but it's not necessary, especially in music like Jeff Beck, where it's more about the sounds and trying to sound like something else, not a guitar, you know. I mean, he's a guitar player, but what I like about him is that he plays so different, and that's what I also love about Alan Holdsworth, that he plays. It's like hearing a saxophone, but it's being performed on a guitar. That's basically the entire thing. That's my obsession. So I'm obsessed with sax and trumpet music, but being done on a guitar, and that's what I do a lot. That's why I think I like it so much, because, and Jeff Beck is somebody else that inspires me to do other things that don't sound just like a guitar. When I grab the guitar, yes, I do sound like I'm playing the guitar, but I aspire to also sound very different, not just like a guitar player, because I don't have the time to learn the sax or the trumpet. Or maybe, who knows. But yeah, here goes Jeff Beck with Scatterbrain. Let's go. Stop. Sometimes I'm like looking, oh yeah, this would be a cool moment to pause, but clearly he is using the pick here. You can even hear the pick, and just like the patterns that he's playing, you can't play it with a thumb. You can't. You can. Mark Knopfler does it, and I just saw this crazy guitar player, Matteo Macuso. He's just blowing everyone out of the water. All the classic like fusion guys are like, oh my god, what is this kid doing? He's like 20 years old. He's like on the level of Guthrie, like Alan Holdsworth. Already like doing stuff that's never been done before. And I don't know what's the deal with like Tim Henson. He has like no business there. Like this guy, like Matteo Macuso, he's from Italy. He's like blowing everyone out of the water. It's just insane. Check him out. I'll do a reaction soon. I saw yesterday this video that Steve Vai was reacting to him, and he was like, what the hell? And then Aldi Meola was reacting to him, and a lot of guitars are just like, what are you doing? Like, you're killing us. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Just like for a little kid, to do that. But yeah, let's continue. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely his fusion days here. I thought it was gonna be on the keyboards. I just thought because there's such a strong connection with both of them. I thought it was gonna be Jan Hammer or Hammer. It's so difficult to keep up with the names, but it's Max Middleton here, and then on the bass Phil Chen. Did not know of Phil Chen, and there's Stevie Wonder on this record, but it's only on it's an uncredited clavinet on Thelonious, so that would be kind of like fun to hear one day. But yeah, this was great. Jeff Beck is what a genius, man. So sad that he's gone, because I was talking about this, that basically when I got into him and then he passes away, you know, all of a sudden, like. But the same with Holdsworth. Man, it's just like, you know, it's like, take care of your health, please, you know, guys. You know, I'm trying to do my best, even myself, like, you know, I stopped smoking like almost 10 years ago. I stopped drinking almost 20 years ago. Well, no, that's a little bit too much. But like 15, or I think like 17. So I already stopped drinking. I was already on 4 years or 5 years before I met Alexia. So she's never seen me with a beer or drink or anything ever. And she loves it. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, just take care of your health. Go on walks, you know, eat healthy, try to stay away from all the sugary stuff and fat, and you know, just take care of yourselves. Because that's basically what happened with Holdsworth. It was just bad, you know, bad food, too much alcohol, smoking, and all that stuff. And then there comes a certain age where you have to kind of like let go of these things, you know. Okay, with another person that's amazing here that we also unfortunately lost a couple of years ago, Lyle Mays. Here's Newborn. It's a shorter one, so I think I'm not gonna pause this one. Let's go. amazing. Oh man, just what a genius, to be able to come up with such beautiful music, and it was so short but so like meaningful, um Newborn, great stuff. All the tracks were just amazing. Thank you so much, Scott. This marathon was so good. I don't know how you come up with all this stuff, but it's so good. It's like, man, thank you. Like, because it's like, food for thought, and it's so inspirational. Most of the times, when I find myself playing more than ever in my entire life. I mean, when I first started, that was when I've had most of the time. I was still living at home, of course, and I could just practice all day, 7-8 hours, stuff like that. And then I kind of like gradually stopped doing that because I thought it was good, and which is obviously not the case. You always have to keep going, and then. But now, again, after all these years, I'm practicing so much more and I really see, like, I feel again like that I'm actually becoming better, and I hadn't felt that in years. I was just stuck. And now with all this music, it's so inspirational that I just grab the guitar almost every day, at least 1 or 2 hours, and I just go at it, and it's really it's really doing me well, and it's making me happy. And so, yeah. And, yeah, like, just never stop practicing, never stop playing. Even if you think you're good, like, just continue, like, practice something else, like practice on a different technique, or stop using the pick, use your fingers, play alternate, with the pick and the fingers, and then or start playing legato, stop picking every note, or if you play only triads and stuff, like start playing chromatic. It's like, it's so cool when you start doing stuff when you start implementing stuff that you would never do. So yeah, this is what this music does to me. It inspires me, just to keep playing and studying. And so thank you so much, Scott. This was a great it was more like a fusion marathon. I mean, Sting was more jazzy. Robert Palmer was very interesting, very different. I don't really know what I would call that. It was just like world music. Jeff Beck was just brutally beautiful, very fusion. Lyle Mays was just a beautiful outro to the whole thing. But Little Feat really surprised me, because I consider them more like a southern rock act. They can really play, man. They can, I mean, not that southern rock is not really playing, but they can really go out of that zone and just like, you want some jazz fusion? Here we go. That was a surprise. So thank you again so much, everyone who watched the marathon. If you're still here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking the video, maybe subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.